Yes, 1739, good luck. So we've not played before, we have no head-to-head score. 3,300 games for opponent. Okay, let's play the Caro again, yet again. I'm not far off, yeah, nearly 900 now, very good. A lot more rapid games than I was planning on playing. Plays an early e5, well that allows us to get our bishop up. We need to try and stop white playing e6 in pretty much every Caro. You want to try and stop this. Okay. I think I'm going to actually drop the bishop back here, just get a temp on the queen. I'll have to guard his pawn. Where's it going to go? Is he across it here? Queen up is probably a fine move here. Taking over. Yeah, I quite like the look of that. Let's play queen up. So we're going to try and chip away at this pawn center at some point. Otherwise, just try and still get castled as per usual. If pawn up, we could maybe take and grab a pawn. So I don't think he'll do that. So he's gone for the center. That's got to be good to take, you would think. Okay, so now we'll develop and get a check. He'll probably go with a knight, but I don't think I'll take that. I'm just going to get my knight up. I've not seen the way this opening played quite like this before. Not that I can recall anywhere. Just realised I went wrong there. I can't retreat my bishop. I can't go back, so I have to take. So he's got this now. Wasn't what I was aiming for. Now I do have rook up though, and he's got nothing to attack it, so kind of helps to cover this a little bit. So maybe I can play knight up and get behind. Try and come behind, but we need to get our knight into place somewhere. He's obviously guarded there, but I'm trying to deal with this concept as well. I don't think I can actually really stop it though. So let's just get the knight up and maybe rook across. Got to give my king a bailout square as well. Yeah, he's gone across, so he wants to do this. So do we push up here? Take. This is what I really want to do, but that's what he's going to do. But I could just ignore it, couldn't I? If he takes, I guess... I could take with a knight, actually, yeah. No, I'm going to give my king a bailout square first. Come across as no actual threat. I think he'll push down. But let's just see. At least I've given my king a square. He'll have to do the same with one of his own pawns at some point. Knight up to pressure. He has pushed, but takes. I might just take this way. And try and leave these pawns like this. But is there actually any benefit to coming here if I'm not going to take? I'm not sure there is. Now I can't move this knight right now because I want to guard here. If I come here... I don't like that. No, I'm going to bring the rook right across and stack it, but I'm not actually threatening to take the pawn. It's guarded. Unless I can get my knight in, I don't see how. But takes, I think I'm going to go with the knight and just leave the knight planted there. And then try and do something with this one. Maybe come around the angles. Oh, he's pushed on. Now that I wasn't expecting. So he wants this, this, and this. I could push up then, and then... Although no, I can't do that, can I? Here. Take here. I'm not pushing on, so take. He's going to go with the pawn. If I push up here, I've got a backward pawn. I think I need to go here then. This is going to be really tough now, because I can always do this at any point, but it really weakens my back pawn, doesn't it? I might have to try and push on here and open the file up and get my knights jumping. Ooh. That wasn't the move that I was expecting. Okay, I might have to do this quickly. Takes. I've got knight across now, haven't I? And threatening to come in here, though. Yeah, I like the look of that. Let's come across and threaten to come and hit the pawn. Otherwise, I'm going to look to do this and figure out what I'm doing here. He might try and get out of the way and shove forward. What's he done? He's just pushed his pawn. So I can jump forward now, hit the pawn, and hit the rook and the bishop. So here, if he takes, I take here. And we get rid of that bishop, don't we? It should be good. I'm going to do that and hit this. He's playing it extremely quickly as well. So he's gone across to guard. Actually, has he just blundered an exchange? He has. He just allowed an exchange. Now, do we take here? Or do we allow him to take? I need to move the knight. Knight's no good here, and it's not coming this side. I don't think I'm going to play this. So I think I need the knight round like this. But takes. No, I think I'll take here and then drop the knight back. Try and come up. Bring the knight round just like we did the last one. Okay, let's come here. We can maybe come back and come here and put pressure on the pawn. Wait, so he's just pushed on straight away. What's he looking at this? I mean, I've got a rook I can bring back. Yeah, this is slightly odd. And he's not thinking at all, is he? It's weird, it's weird. But I think I push up here and kick the knight. So where's he going to go? One of these. Rook across. Yeah, it's got to be right to just push up. Wait, what is this? No, this is too weird now. I mean, I can check and collect here and we attack the knight. He's going here, but it's got to be right to do this. We can actually go here and hit the rook and the bishop, or we can get this dangerous pawn. He's just not thinking at all, is he? He's just playing it far too quick for a 10-minute game. I think I want this pawn, and then I'm threatening this one as well, and we attack the knight immediately. But I could take here. Obviously, he's got one good square for his knight. Oh, now he's given the exchange to win the other rook as well. So if I do that, can I come here? I think I can. I think I just check and take the rook. And he's got no good way to promote, has he? So let's hit the rook. I've just got to be able to deal with this pawn. Okay, so take. So if we come across now, he doesn't have knight back or knight down, so we should get this danger pawn. Once this pawn's gone, it should be comfortable. Yeah, he's up like minute and a half on the clock. Just slow down and use your time. It's what it's there for. Slow down and use your time as wisely as you can. So he's got this, but everything here should be good. I can give up an exchange. Oh, he's gone for that one. Okay. So I'm looking at rook up to hit the bishop and try and get this pawn now. That one's covered. He's got a check, but no big threat. So let's just go up and hit the bishop. I'm not bothered about trying to checkmate him. I just want to try and win the game without messing up. I'm trying to collect this pawn first and then just run here maybe. But before he collects all of these and runs forward. But yeah, you've got 10 minutes in a rapid game. Slow down and use your time. You can always quicken up at the end of the game if you need to. Okay, so now what do? I can go here, and if he goes back I can go here. Or I can go straight here and he comes here and then I take. And it's a light square as well as it, but does it matter about being here for a check? Well, I'm going to come across anyway, aren't I? So let's just go here. If he checks, I can just step up. So he's gone there. So now I can take and hit the bishop. Hit the bishop, hit the pawn. Yeah, I think he's just simply played the game too fast for the time control. So now I've got a passed pawn. I can try and just get a new queen. Well, now I can get one of these pieces off. I can give up the rook for one of these and it should be cleanly winning. So do I just play rook over? What does he do? Does it matter which one? Okay, it's a light square. If he checks, I just come up and get next to the knight, which he's done. So I attack the knight and the bishop. He's played bishop forward. So are we close to an actual checkmate now? Here, down, and that's mate, right? So check here. No, check he's got there. Rook check here. It's not quite mate. I guess I'll just push the pawn then. I don't see any threat. So I'm just going to push my pawn. But I am down to 4 minutes already, or 4 and a bit. But he needs a lot of moves to try and clean my pawns up and then run his own. And I'm only 3 squares off a queen. Yeah, he's just played it too quickly in the opening for the time. Okay, there is a pawn here as well. But I think I might as well go for just a queen. Has he just boxed himself in? So here, check, here, check. It's the same thing. He can still step. Actually, he can't step there. He can go here. It's still not a mate. I can check here. Down. There's no rook check. No, let's just get a queen. get a queen. I'm burning time. I mean, it's a free pawn. I know that. I know I can take a pawn there, but I'm going to get a queen. If the knight goes back, I can just take it, of course, now. Get rid of the knight and get a new queen. Now I've just got to not blunder a silly stalemate. Okay, yeah, he just simply played it too quickly for the time control. That's all that was. Let's pause, just so we don't accidentally start another game, and we'll take a look at it. 42 moves, so they're the move times for both players. So we'll see what it was in engine speak. Excuse me. Well, thankfully we played all the end of the game very well. It was relatively comfortable, of course. It was really comfortable. So the figures can be a bit misleading sometimes when you get comfortable games at any level of chess. Yeah, 97% versus 90% on the accuracy. And his CPL is just kind of in line with what my normal games are. 90%, it's not flagged any blunders from either of us, and we've just built that gradual advantage, but it's still pretty level here, up to move 16, 17, 18-ish. You see a little blip there. Then we just get gradually better and better. So let's have a quick flick through. So he pushed a pawn twice in the opening, which is generally not something that you do, but obviously in some lines it's quite common in the Caro, for instance, to go for this structure. I've just dropped the bishop back to hit the queen here. I'm quite happy to trade the queens and play an endgame. This is all okay. You see, plus 0.8 for us now. I miscalculated here a little bit, didn't I? I could have moved my knight so the bishop could drop back and I just castled. It's still fine. It just means I'm forced to trade. So a lot of these moves then become forcing. There's not many options I've got to pick and choose from. Now, I should not have gone up there. I should have dropped the rook back. I should have dropped the rook back and allowed this to stay. So I'm keeping the tension there. The option to potentially take the pawn at some point. And if my opponent takes, I can still take with the knight, and I've got a solid position then. And the knight can jump out the way, hit the bishop. That's what I should have done, but yeah, I still quite like pushing the pawn up. I know it said it's an inaccuracy, but it's solid. It's solid, so I don't mind that move, just myself personally, my style of play. Yeah, he was just chucked a pawn forward to here. We've got a bit of luck and we've managed to win an exchange. Then the kind of same thing again. Now here, got that dilemma. Do we just grab this danger pawn? We attack the knight in one go. He's got one nice square for the knight. Then our knight is kind of stuck here. Maybe we can take this one, but we've got a chance to win the other rook, so that's what I went for. And it should be relatively risk-free now, but it doesn't mean you can't mess anything up. Like, I thought he was going to go for this pawn here to try and chip away here. And obviously create a pawn, a passed pawn of his own, but he went for the other one. And then again here, I could have tried to go after the king and look for some checkmate. I could have tried to grab a pawn, but I just want to win the game without messing it up. So I'll just get rid of one of his pieces, get a new queen. And that's good enough. That's good enough. You see, it's actually a forced checkmate in 3 at the end there, if you see it. So the king can come to either square. King to g4, queen to f1. Bishop to e5, queen takes the pawn, king back to f4, and queen to f3 is made. We can just see it on that little board there. So that was still a pretty decent game at Oliver, but you see the figures 90%, no bad blunders there at all, so that's not bad, is it? Not bad.